first step is setting your oven to 325 degrees. Melt a whole stick of butter. Microwave, stovetop, doesn't matter. This may have bananas in it, but it ain't necessarily healthy. Take 3 very ripe bananas, peel them, and break them into chunks. If you can't find bananas this ripe at the store, buy the ripest ones you can find and let them sit out for up to a week. Also, make sure you don't get any peel mixed in. Next, take a half cup of brown sugar and a half cup of white sugar and add it to the bowl. I didn't have any white sugar on hand, so I substituted coconut sugar in a pinch. Works just fine. Not like I could have found any white sugar if I went to the Kroger anyway. The sugar is going to act as an abrasive to make mashing the bananas much easier. Next, crack 2 eggs and tiny whisk them into the sugary banana mixture. Then take the butter and slowly whisk it into the sugary, eggy banana mixture. In another bowl, measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour using a small spoon so you don't compact it. To that, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and about a half teaspoon of kosher salt. Measure out 1/3 of a cup of warm tap water in sexy slow motion. Lastly, add the wet stuff to the dry stuff in batches. Be sure not to mix it too much or you'll form too much gluten and that'll mess up the texture. You may need to add some additional flour if the batter is a bit too loose. We're looking for a consistency somewhere in between cake batter and brownie batter. Take a 9x5 loaf pan and grease it up with any no-stick spray that has flour in it. This stuff is magically non-stick. This video is not sponsored. Pour in your batter with a rubber spatula, making sure to get the sides of the bowl. You can leave some behind for raw consumption if you want. Place in your oven and bake for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Or, if you do not have a convection setting, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Let sit in the pan for an extra 15 minutes, and then remove it and let it cool for another 10 to 15 minutes before cutting off that first slice. Serve and enjoy. I've been making this recipe since I was 11 years old, and it has never, ever failed me.
So good.